Hello, and thank you for signing up for your trial of Markup AI. I'm really excited to walk you through a quick few steps on how you can make the most of your trial and get your account working perfectly. The first thing we're going to do is create your brand profile. When you first log in, you'll see this as your dashboard to share your brand standards. When we click on that, we have a couple of options here. We can first share our guidelines. Now, maybe I want to paste those in as text as a document if they're hosted somewhere online, or I can upload a local file that is my style guide PDF to ingest. Additionally, we'd like to add some examples of content that we would like it to replicate and learn our style rules from. So I'm using a couple of existing blog posts that we know we love that represent our brand voice and values. And I'll save and configure. And as this is running, it's going to ingest those files to understand how we want our content to sound and feel. While I'm waiting, I have a few options here on what I can do next. So my next step is to add this to Google Chrome so I can start working in a document. By clicking on the CTA, I can come in and add this plugin to my Google Chrome instance so I can use this in Google Docs. Now that my brand profile is finished, I can come through and spot check to make sure things look accurate. So I can come in and see which rules it is actually extracted from both my style guides and the example content that I've uploaded for it to analyze. And if I don't like some of these, I can either adjust them or delete them and remove that specific requirement. I can do that across my voice and tone, rules, fingerprints, persona, and terms, where I can identify which terms may or may not be important, and I can always add more terms should there be terms like products, branding, or industry terms that must be used correctly or that we should avoid entirely. And additionally, we can add some personas in here. We have found a handful that we can add in, but we can create a new persona, which is a great way for you to test the content you're creating against the person that it's meant for, and it will give you feedback on how well it will resonate with that audience member. And then finally, of course, whether or not you would like to have our performance optimization labs agents. These are experimental agents we're giving you access to check across a number of value add tools when checking your content. I highly recommend you keep those turned on. So the next step is for us to load a Google Doc. As you're working in Google Docs, you'll see a Markup logo on the right side of your screen. This is where you can launch Markup AI. It may ask you to log into your account to make sure that we've connected you to your right brand profiles, and you have a few options here. Depending on the goal of your writing, you can either check to ensure brand consistency. You can check against the personas we've created to make sure it will connect with your reader. Do you want to make sure that the content has the right integrity, it's clear, and doesn't sound like it's written by AI or robots? Or you can improve your content to optimize it for AI search so it ranks well and gets cited well when people are searching for information about you or related to your topics using AI tools. Now, if you don't see the outcomes you're looking for, or you want to check for everything, you can take a look at all the available agents by clicking here of Viewing All Agents. This is where you can choose and select the agents you want to check against to correct your content for. And it's just as easy by checking off or on these agents and selecting Check. If you have any trouble at all or questions that you'd like to send back to us, it's very easy to get a hold of us. When you're using the application, in the three dots, you can click on Our Community. This is where you can check our community for any questions or problems you may have run into. And if you don't see an answer to your problem, you can send in a post and we'll get right back to you. Again, thank you so much for signing up for your trial. We look forward to hearing from you.